That's some positive energy right there. What are we drinking today?
Today we are drinking Pikesville 110 proof straight rye whiskey and Mountain Dew, baby.
100% pure caffeine.
So, yeah, this is a mix of a Moscow Mule and kind of like, it's just lime, ginger beer, and whiskey.
Sounds disgusting.
So, it's actually great.
Nasty.
It's actually fantastic.
I stick with what works. You can switch it up on me. I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's actually really... So, welcome back to Dopamine and Bad Decisions. I'm your host, Josh Wely, and this is Matt. What's up?
Co-host.
Sorry,
Okay.
host and co-host.
Why can't I be host?
You could be host. I'll be
Okay.
co-host today. We'll do co-host Matt, co-host Josh.
I like that better. Makes me like...
It's like smooth, isn't it? Today we're setting the great diagnose debate.
And I'm assuming you're talking about my ADD and your ADHD.
Correct.
And what some of the differences are.
Yes. So I am super pumped.
There should be plenty of data to share.
We're going to dive into the science, the labels, the chaos. It's going to be great.
If you had to define for everybody that's listening, Josh, you have ADHD. Define that for me. What's that mean? What's it like to live each day with ADHD? Give me a simile or a metaphor. Like what is that like?
All right, let me think.
Explain it in layman's terms. Make it idiot proof.
Pretty
So people
simple.
know exactly how you feel with this.
So here, I'm going to give you an example.
Okay.
Of
Ready.
what it feels like to have ADHD.
Now, is this a severe case?
This is a very severe
Very
case.
severe? Like,
Yes.
perhaps maybe your doctor said this is one of the worst cases I've ever seen in my life. How did you not end up in my office like 25 years ago?
Is that the word?
I mean,
See, if I had my doctor note, I would have been able to tell
maybe
what
you
it
should go
said.
grab it.
Okay, I'm out. We'll take a pause. Hey, this is a great time for a commercial break.
So, merchandise coming up soon. We're in the process of reviewing some of those things and what we're going to put out there for you guys. We like our logo a lot. We hope you do too. So we're going to put some things out there and maybe give you a chance to own a piece of the most popular podcast on the internet.
It's called the internet.
Yeah, but that thing.
On the internet. All right. Well, commercial, I'm done. So I hope you like that commercial.
Okay, so
right.
There's your clinical. Give me your clinical here.
All right. So this is from professional letter from my doctor when I got diagnosed
Not
with
breaking any
ADHD.
HIPAA laws.
Testing score, data, analysis.
A+. He aced the crap out of that one.
I'm not going to read the rest of that. Whatever. Referral. Josh Wely was referred to a psychological consultation by his counselor regarding the presence of a possible attention deficiency, hyperactivity disorder, or other form of psychopathologic.
Is that psychopathology?
That could adversely affect his daily functioning.
Yep. I can
All right.
vouch for that.
Yep.
Hey, good job, Doc.
Yep.
What's his
Yep.
name? Give me your doctor name. Hugh. You are the man.
Yeah, nailed it.
Minus this stuff.
I didn't read it.
Tell me what it's like for you. Just layman's terms. Give me the layman's terms.
Right.
They want to know what it's like for you.
So, it's like you're just walking around.
You're walking. Got it.
It's constantly just buzzing.
It's just a non-stop noise.
Annoying noise. And then when you get like excited, the noise goes higher. And then you lose it.
You have a hard time focusing because if I had a lot of
Correct.
voices coming in.
A lot of voices.
You couldn't like pinpoint one because of this constant noise.
There's constantly stuff flowing out faster than it is in. It's a constant. What's on the next thing? All right, I got it. Okay, I'm bored. Let's go. It's like literally, for instance, conversation starts, and it's time for you to stop talking and let me talk and tell you my part of the story.
You already figured out probably what they're going to say, so you might as well just talk.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's like, you're boring. Let me make this conversation more interesting by putting what I think what really happened, and then throw a little bit of sarcasm and, like, what's the word?
Just
Spice.
give it some more spice.
That's a boring story.
Okay. So you just got a lot of noise going on.
A lot of noise.
Because for me, it's different. Like, I don't have the hyperactivity, right?
Correct. Okay.
Maybe not the constant hum, but for me, it's like, you know, those lottery ball machines that you see on the, they used to put their hand in front and the ball would come out. You remember, it's this big circle and all these balls with all these numbers are going on in there, and that's banging around. So picture that, but each one of those balls is like a thought or an idea.
So if you're talking about when they pick like
numbers.
numbers.
Yeah,
Okay.
the lottery. You got this lottery ball machine,
yep. And it's like,
and each one of those balls is a thought, right? So maybe something I gotta go do, a task, a conversation, an internal monologue. All those things are going on, and each one of those balls has like a spot that they fit perfectly in. And so when I take that thought or that thing and put it in place and I go to the next one, that ball pops right back out. And it's all just banging around again. And no balls actually just go in their spot and stay there. So everything is all just kind of constantly banging around in my head. And so it's hard to focus on something until I'm super interested in it. And then I just focus on that. So it's a strange thing to try to figure out, because everything is always just banging around in here. So nothing ever goes in its place. These thoughts are always just constant. So my mind is always just
racing.
Yeah.
So do you hear buzzes too or not?
It's more like if I was trying to tune into a radio station, right? And there's all this static.
Right.
Like I'm trying to find that station and it's elusive. I just can't find it.
Right.
That station. Just turn it off, you know. So that's what it's like for me. All these balls bouncing around. For you, it's just a lot of noise then, right?
For me, yeah. Well, I do have balls bouncing like ideas, but mine is more...
it goes bouncing down the street and you go chase it.
No, I don't come back. I go chase it and they're like, oh, there's another ball over here. Let's go over here and grab this ball.
So your balls are bouncing?
My balls are bouncing.
My balls are banging around.
Yeah, my balls are like, you know, and you're like that kid that's like, squirrel! Yeah, squirrel!
Okay.
Where? Squirrel!
So if you were to define this in layman's terms, again, using a squirrel reference, what would that be like for you? Josh,
so,
with your ADHD...
Okay. It is like I have 47 browser tabs open up at the same time.
Just constantly, or you go to close one and another one pops up?
It's like
just all these
you
tabs.
Close one and then bam.
So you got like a virus, kind of.
Pretty much. You ever seen... Remember when the computers just came out?
The Apple IIe, we played Oregon Trail, and that was awesome.
Remember the screensavers that used to have that bouncing
Oh,
thing
yeah.
that just kept bouncing? And
around.
I could stare at that and watch that all day.
Yeah.
That's what my brain is like. It's constantly
Just bouncing all over. Not really any rhyme or reason to it.
So if you guys ever had a screensaver like that.
That's what it's like. Mine's a little bit different than his.
Right.
Mixed with the hyperactivity. It's got
right.
you chasing things nonstop. Our hope for today's episode is if you have a child or a significant other or your parents are having a hard time dealing with you, that they'll hear this and we'll talk about some of the things we struggle with, some coping skills that we use, regulated ourselves that we've learned over the years. Hey, if I do it this way, it's helpful. So you'll learn kind of how we attempt to regulate it ourselves. You'll learn some of the things that we're really good at. So you can maybe capitalize on the positive things that your significant other or child is maybe good at that you haven't realized because it's so frustrating the way they are. You're just trying to figure out how to deal with it. And then I guess at the end, kind of some strategies for them maybe to implement to go, hey, if you maybe just twist it this way, your child or significant other is going to maybe think about it in a totally different way. And it sounds silly, right? Some of it's dumb. We play games with ourselves to make ourselves productive. So why not teach them to other people so they can make us productive and motivate us to do better, right?
Right.
I mean, I know your wife would appreciate that.
Yeah.
She's going to probably take notes on this episode.
She's pretty well, after 19 years.
We may have some good tips for her, though.
She's
a pretty smart lady.
She is very smart.
So
very
she'll
smart.
pick up on it quick.
Very
I'm going to do my best to give her some strategies.
You are.
Yeah.
I love it.
So that's kind of
it.
what it's going to look like today, and some of the things we struggle with. And there's plenty of them. We struggle with some that other people don't struggle with. Easy one to start with, we're dopamine-seeking people, right?
Correct.
If it's not interesting, not interested in doing it.
Nope. Not interested at all.
So tell me what that looks like in daily activity. If you're a dopamine-seeking person, what may that look like?
You're going to task to task to task to task to task.
Are you finishing the task before you're just kind of starting?
Depending on the task.
Okay. If something's more interesting, you're going to go do that.
Correct. That other one's just going to sit there on the side.
Yeah.
It's going to sit there until they'll be like, why don't you get this one? And it's like, oh yeah, I was really working on this task because I really liked this one. So very bouncy.
Very bouncy. For me, it's the opposite. Just without the hyperactivity, I'm probably not going to get started on any task until I'm interested in it. So you're bouncing from thing to thing. I'm going to have a bunch of tasks that I never get started because I don't care about any of them and they're not a big deal. So what's another task outside of all my normal tasks that I can do that's fun? That's how it's going to look for me. Okay, so we're dopamine seeking, but we want to be motivated to do something.
Correct.
If we're not interested, we're not going to do it. He's going to maybe try and bounce from things, and I'm not even going to do them, probably, unless I figure out how to make them exciting. Okay, so that's one thing we struggle with. Impulsivity, right? We're
very impulsive.
Impulsive.
Right.
On a weekend, say. So it's a Saturday afternoon. You just woke up at 10 o'clock because you felt like sleeping in. Maybe partied until 2 in the morning or something. So you wake up at 10. What's this impulsivity look like to Josh Wely with ADHD?
I don't know, because usually it's like when I wake up, it's more of I don't really want to do anything for the day. I know I have to do something. I need to get something done.
So what do you decide to do then?
Whatever is exciting to me.
Okay.
Waking
things
up.
Your wife tells you have to do, like go to Indy.
Correct.
So maybe you're at ISMA watching your daughter perform. Does this impulsivity sneak in and embarrass your wife at all?
Oh? Well, no, because I know if I do, I get.
Right?
No, listen, no, it's not.
So you withhold it, but
I withhold it because I know there's going to be consequences.
Okay, so consequences. Keep that in mind later.
If I do something.
Okay.
But waking up like a Saturday morning impulse wise, it's more of like, it all depends on the weather too. During the wintertime, it's so hard to do anything during the winter for an ADHD person. It's freezing outside. There's nothing to do outside. It's cold. The sun's not out. It's hard to find motivation during wintertime.
The Dollar General store right next to my house, like 2 blocks away. In my truck, it's probably 30 seconds away. But I drive past the gas station and there's a McDonald's, so I need to go to the gas station to get a Mountain Dew. And I might as well get gas while I'm there. I'm going to go to the dollar store where I need to get milk and eggs and bacon. But there's Doritos there too. So I'm going to get Doritos and I come home with a cart full of things because they're fun. There's an ice cream shop there too, and it's springtime, so I might as well stop in an ice cream shop. And all of a sudden, I'm gone an hour, and all I did was need to go to the Dollar General store. So that's what my impulsivity looks like in that circumstance.
So my impulse of, if I'm at Lowe's, I would be telling my wife, I gotta go run in Lowe's and grab a couple screws.
It's simple.
A simple task.
Not for Josh.
Well, yeah. She would be texting me because I thought you just went to Lowe's. I'd be like, oh, well, I'm still here. Well, what are you doing? Well, I got to look at the lumber.
You might need to build. Did you end up bringing the screws home, or did you kind of forget about those along the way?
I remember bringing the screws home.
Okay, well, that's good.
But I actually went there for 2 things when we came back home with one, which were screws or whatever.
So forgetfulness might creep in there.
Because you go, and God forbid that they have the Christmas lights up.
Oh, dear God.
During Christmas time.
Yeah, you never get past
Or the Halloween thing.
Or those big things that yell at you.
Yeah, because
then you get lost in it and you're playing with them.
You try to get them to
kids are
scream.
like, Mom, look at that man.
Yeah,
that's you.
Yeah, that's me. I sit on the tractor. This one. I like this one.
You gotta sit on the tractor.
Well, this is a 0-turn radius one. fully battery operated. So you'd have gas. All kinds
Shiny
of things. Well, let's see how this one opens up. Oh, that one opens up.
One of the biggest things I struggle with is procrastination.
For
For an ADD guy and procrastination, I know I got to get this thing done. I overestimate my abilities. And my wife's like, we got 5 minutes until we got to go to, or whatever. I'm thinking, I got 5 minutes to do whatever I want to do. And I will disappear somewhere in a task that probably is going to take 45 minutes, but I'm pretty sure I can get it done in 5. So,
You do that too?
all the time. Overestimating my ability, leading to procrastination. I'll get that done later.
Fast.
Talk about wife to-do lists in procrastination. Here's the
All right,
thing.
let me
I'm
go.
going because I'll forget.
No, okay, all right, go ahead.
My
You will forget.
procrastination. A simple task that may take approximately 5 minutes, literally, not me overcompensating,
Right.
is probably going to sit there for about a year. It's a squeaky knob or a loose handle or a constantly running toilet. I probably paid about an extra $1,000 for that one. It did for a year, right? And then I went in and fixed it. It took about 3 minutes and it was over. But it's so easy. Anybody can do it. So why do I need to do it right now? And I just procrastinate. And then one day I'm just like, oh, I'll fix that. And it's done. I'm like, why didn't I do that a year ago? That's me. That's how my procrastination works. How's yours work? Do you deal with that much?
Yeah. So my
Procrastination is the word we're looking for.
Procrastination is I replaced all the windows in our house. And it took me about a year and a half to do all the trim inside for the windows. The windows were done in like 3 days. But finishing the task.
I mean, the windows were done. They're good.
On the inside.
This is just
I
looks.
still-
That's not part of the replacement.
Listen,
That's decoration.
I'm not done.
Sorry.
I still have 2 windows left to trim.
You might check those out in the TikTok video.
Yeah,
We can
TikTok
take
might be
pictures of
on
those.
that.
We want evidence of this.
Oh, we'll have evidence.
Okay.
Well, when we leave this TikTok, we go up our stairs to our basement, and one of the windows is to the
So
right.
that's where the hyperactivity comes
Yeah.
in. You got your task done,
Got
but
it done.
just finishing that task,
Okay, here's another one.
maybe not.
Here's another one. So I tore down the wall between our kitchen and our living room.
Okay.
Upstairs.
Yeah. Open concept.
Open
Love the
concept.
idea.
Love it. Tore it down, got it all done, put the pocket door in, mudded everything. We still need to paint. It's all mudded and it looks great, but
Yeah.
it's like all the mud marks are still, they're not painted over yet. Another thing for me is I jump into a project and I'm like, this would literally take me like 15 minutes to do.
Yeah.
Well, 15 minutes turns into 3 days.
Why?
Because I know what I'm doing, but I don't know the time it should really take me to do it. I know what I'm doing. When I do stuff like I build a deck in my backyard. In my backyard. It's like, just take me 3 days to do this deck. Because I'd done it before. Tore it down in probably 45 minutes. It was an old deck on it, and I tore that down. It took me about a week and a half to finish the deck. Because it was bigger. Another thing, too, I worked on my wife's cars a lot. And I was changing out her wheel bearing. Long story short, the trip ended up a trip to the ER. We were leaving the next day to go to Florida for vacation. So I had to get the car put back together so we could take it to the airport. We had to be at the airport like at 5 o'clock in the morning.
That leads us into organization skills.
Correct.
And
Exactly.
forgetfulness.
So that's the reason why I'm glad
This
you're
is
leading
another
into that.
thing that we both struggle with: organization and forgetfulness.
Yes.
I guess I'll take forgetfulness. Okay. So it's a daily thing.
I'm forgetful.
My
too.
keys either go on my belt loop or they're hung up, or I have no idea where they are.
You're
Josh.
very forgetful. I do.
No idea where they're at. If they're
That
not in those
forgetful.
places. I'll walk out of a room, go to the next room, and I get so distracted by all those balls bouncing around. I forget where I'm going. I have to walk back to the original room and go, oh yeah, I needed whatever. And then I got to walk back to it. And on the way there, I have to go, I need my pen. I find my pen, and then I got it. But my forgetfulness, like, that pen is not a requirement for me to live. It's definitely not interesting. It's just a pen. So when I walk out there, I'm like, ooh, shiny things. And I forget. I don't pay attention.
And then you're like, what do I need this pin for?
Gosh, and it's so frustrating.
Oh, it is very frustrating. I'm more of, I don't really forget, like, keys or where stuff's at or anything.
It's your organization that you struggle with?
It's my organization. The things I forget are, like, important dates.
Like anniversary.
No, I know an anniversary.
Okay. Put that in your calendar.
Well, I don't need it on my calendar because it's our
ring.
password for everything. So I know my anniversary.
So what are you forgetting then?
Important things my wife would tell me, hey, we're doing this weekend. And I'm like, oh, okay. Or...
She'll tell me about it later. I don't need to remember that.
It's gone. Out of my head. Unless it's something I really want to do.
Then
that's all I'm thinking about for that weekend. And then I'm like, hey, we still going.
And everything else gets forgotten.
Correct. Or for other things, just little things she's said or talked about, or we in the family text.
Generally, she's a pretty easygoing girl. Probably not that important. What am I doing this weekend?
And
It's
yeah. And,
okay.
Like text, like little text, like just, well, that was I told you about that. And then I'm like, oh, I don't know. You did?
Forgot.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what my forgetfulness is.
That leads us into the conversation. If you're having a conversation,
right?
I know what I struggle with,
Mm-hmm.
right? For me, it's more feeling like I'm intuitive and know this person really well because that's why I'm talking to them. Otherwise, I wouldn't talk to them.
Right.
So once they kind of start in, maybe 3 or 4 words get out, and I already have a good idea what they're going to say, so I stop listening. And names. Oh, my gosh. Hi, my name's...
Yeah, I'm terrible with
names, I don't need to know their name. I'm never going to see them again. So in order to remember a name during a conversation, I have to go, oh, Josh. How am I going to remember that? And then they tell me a story, and I'm like, okay, there's like a 20% chance I'll remember the name now where it was 0 before. So the conversation things, I guess, getting ahead of the conversation where I think it's going to go, kind of what you said, but in a different way, where I feel like I already got the gist of things. Like, don't go through this big, long story. I don't need to hear all that. So I stop listening very quickly because it's not interesting to me. So how's your conversations go? You interrupt.
Yeah, I'm a big interrupter.
You have more important things to say than this other person.
Right. And that's a big struggle for me is the interrupting part is because I'm like, no. Go. Like, we'll be over to someone's house or whatever. And I'm like, we get ready to leave. And I'm like, man, that was a great time. I behaved myself. I did awesome. And then I'm looking and my wife's like,
you done messed up, Ron.
Then I'm like, okay, thinking, then you gotta go back and do the replay, right? Yeah. Replay in your head. Right? No, well, maybe I could have said that at that time. Okay. Yeah. Well, that wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Do you usually figure it out, or you have to
I
ask?
interrupted too many times.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I get it. And she's like, you interrupt. And I go, I know, I get it. I interrupt. And I mean, you've probably seen it on this podcast, me interrupting him while he was talking. I'm working on that. So, with conversations is, I can tone you out after 3 words, you tell me.
Yeah. Easy to do.
Easy. So,
yeah. Don't even hear it.
Don't even hear a word you're saying.
Our final point here, man, we're doing good at leading ourselves, aren't we? Shutting down, right? ADD, shutting down. So part of that is not getting started, but if there's too many things too many balls bouncing around,
too much
going on, nothing's really pulling your interest anywhere, you're just going to shut down and be like, look, that's too much stuff. I'm out. And we go isolate somewhere, and we're totally fine with that.
Correct.
And it's not because we're angry or mad. We're just disengaged, and we're just going to shut down.
For me, anyway, it's more of I'm just exhausted.
Yeah. It's a lot of energy getting burnt while you're bouncing around and while I'm thinking about bouncing around. Like, we need that time by ourselves to kind of reset. And nothing to do with you most of the time.
Right. Sometimes it can be of like, all right, you're asking way too much of me right now, and I cannot do it. There's just
too much outgoing.
I cannot take another second.
My battery's low.
I can't take another second of you telling me something I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
I think a good way for me to explain it is if you know the difference between like an Energizer battery and a rechargeable Energizer battery, they're way different. Like one kind of starts up here and kind of gets slower and gets slower and gets slower, and then your phone turns on just a little bit and then it shuts off. The rechargeable comes on, it's top speed all the way, and then it goes wham and drops off the end.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it's like for me, where I'm gonna give it everything I got while I'm interested, and when I'm not interested, it's dropping and I got a dead battery and I need to go by myself and recharge. So that's what it's like for me. So knowing the things that we know and things we struggle with, how do you sidestep those or become productive? How do you help yourself cope? There's some things we learn to do to regulate or motivate ourselves to do things.
So I'm going to do a shout
task.
out. Okay. Officially a shout out to certain things. I bullet journal. Look it up. You can go to bulletjournaling.com. And Barnes & Noble, they have Pacific. Actually have my bulletin journal is sitting over there. You can see it sitting on the table over there. Barnes & Noble actually have, if you go in their journal section, they have a specific journal that's for bullet journaling only. And the concept of bullet journaling is you don't write out, "Dear diary, today I blah blah blah," whatever.
The bullet journal is. Try again. Bullet journaling
good is, I want to remember this, and then you just jot down a sentence.
That's a good way to journal. You know what it means.
You know, and then what you have right here, you have little different marks for different things, like a little
important question,
like a dash is something you want to remember for the day. And then what you do is you have little square marks. I do squares. Sometimes people do circles. You do circles, squares, whatever. And then you just write things to accomplish for today. And then when you complete a task, you just check it off.
So I actually have that on here for one of the things we do, right? We use task lists. So for me to stay on task, I'm going to make a task list for things I have to get done so I can stay focused. And when I leave the room, I don't forget to do them. So you saw it at work all the time, right? I had
you
graph
did.
paper.
Yeah,
I was a graph paper square guy.
So was I.
Check off that box after I make my whole list for the day. It allows me to get my productive things, my urgent and important things done.
Right.
And it keeps me on task. So we use journaling / checklists to keep ourselves motivated and focused and productive.
The cool thing about bullet journaling is that it's made for people that we have a short attention.
Very simple. You get the main idea, you know what you need to do.
Correct. You know, it's like...
It's not, it gets rid of that noise.
Yeah, and then another thing, too, to get rid of the noise, especially for ADHD people at the end of the night, where it's constant, like, all right, I got to calm my head down so I can actually go to sleep and wake up.
You can't get anything done when you're sleeping.
You go back to your journal and you write down something to calm the brain. If something is on your brain for that day, at the end of the night, and you're like, man, I cannot, write it down. And now it's on a paper and it gets out of your head. That's the thing about bulletin journaling. It's short, simple. I use one page. I'll put 2 days on one page. You don't fill the whole page up of nonsense. It's basically February 18th. I want to remember this. I did this today. I like to look up a quote of the day, and I write that down. The quote of the day is whatever it's going to be. I write that down, and then I go to my list, and I start naming off things I need to get done. I do circles. And I write down mow grass for today. After your
task list.
They're all task lists.
So that is a way that we have learned to stay focused and motivated and get stuff done. Another thing I like to do is, I'll call it gamifying boring things. So at work, you're going to have crap you don't want to do. But if you make a game out of it, how fast can I get this done? What's a creative way I can make this task better? What's a fun way I can complete the task? Making it into a game, I found, gets my butt off the chair and makes me go do it. My problem is getting motivated to go do things I don't want to do. So if I make a game out of it, it changes it in my head, and then it's okay to go do it because I made it fun somehow. Sometimes it's challenging, like if you're going to take the trash out, but you can always shoot the trash from far away and see if you can sky a 3. Like, that's fun. Right? Let's go take trash out. Heck yeah, let's do it. So, things like that, where you make it fun for yourself. It sounds dumb, like I'm a teenager, but...
We all have a little teenager in us.
Another thing, I don't know if you've heard of reframing. You ever heard of that?
No, I haven't. I've never heard of reframing.
It's like taking your task from a different angle and just going, instead of I have to do this, this is going to help with this other person. It's going to make my wife's life easier. It's going to help my kids be successful at this. It's going to be more organized and peaceful. You got to reframe it instead of just a boring, monotonous task to this is going to help someone, or this is going to be fun in some way, or helpful or peaceful. Like, you reframe it in a positive light.
Yeah.
And then just look at it from those rose-colored glasses. Yeah, like zoom out and go, okay, what's the big picture on this?
Yeah.
Let's find something that's going to be beneficial in some way and reframe it. That's powerful for me because I have a hard time getting started on things.
Right.
But if I reframe it and look at it from this angle,
Right.
then it's okay.
Right.
I can't explain why, but
That's-
rationalize it to myself that I need to go do that.
Yeah, I totally get that, but that's way.
It's
To me, that's
you're
too-
too hyperactive to come down and do that.
Glad it works for you.
That one's on me. Maybe I
that
can
is-
reframe it for you. I think I did that at work
You
several
did.
times.
You-
Look,
yeah.
Josh, this is going to help with
You-
this. So it's a successful way to handle
He used to
fear.
come real close. It's like, all right,
Yes.
this is
When
this
you
is what we're
reframe
doing.
it in a loving
Let's
manner,
go.
Josh, you're way more motivated to do it when
And
you feel the
I remember sitting at the desk.
Okay.
Regroup.
Go!
Go.
And then it works. It works with handling that. I'm good at completing that for
Correct.
myself.
I like
Maybe we
it.
can move that one to strategy.
Yeah.
Right? So, okay.
Yeah.
And it is in there. We can talk about it later. Another thing is we tend to be emotional. Like, it may not look like it to other people who are just these wild and crazy or maybe sometimes unmotivated people, but a lot of that has to do with our emotions. So I get frustrated or angry. If your wife tells you to fix the toilet for the 9th weekend in a row, you're like, yeah, I know. Leave me alone.
Correct.
I'm going to do it. Leave me.
Right. No. Yeah.
It's a valid point.
Right.
But if we cut our emotions out and go, just, all right, just do this task.
And
Sometimes that works. It's not super effective, but if I cut my emotions out, I'm more prone to do that than if I were to get lost in that frustration.
And my emotions is my wife always tells me before she goes, "Don't get mad at me."
Valid.
You know?
I hear that one a lot.
She's like, "Don't get mad at me," but you need to stop interrupting people. You know, or something very simple, and it's like I gotta bring it back. And I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I'm like, "Shut up," or like. Right. But it's just, you know, because growing up with ADHD, when I grew up with ADHD, it was not looked upon as I had ADHD.
It wasn't a real thing when we were kids.
It wasn't a thing. We had
Annoying
demons in us.
Kid. Yeah, you're an annoying kid.
We were the annoying demon kid.
I was just a quiet kid who overthinks.
You were quiet. I wasn't quiet.
No,
I was a
you
loud,
didn't.
annoying demon kid
Who had some problems.
Who needed Jesus in his life.
Cast
and-
you out!
Cast you out!
Yeah.
You know.
I don't think you're a demon.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
you're welcome.
You know, but and just growing up with that, it was like a lot of criticism, and stuff like that. Was like, you're an idiot, you need to quit. You know, and then getting married, and then my wife realizing what I had the first day she met me. It takes a different toe when you have someone who loves you, who's trying to say, hey, this is what's, you got to quit doing this because it's.
We'll talk about that in strategies. It's a good strategy.
I'm getting ahead. So, sorry. But anyway, but it's the same thing. Yeah. What were we talking about? No.
Well,
what were we talking about? The almost said it backward.
That was close.
I know. Very close.
I think the last thing...
No. What was the what?
We're talking about cutting emotions out.
Emotions. Thank you. Emotions. Okay. So, emotions. An ADHD person is...
We show our emotions in different ways, but we are
show
emotional
our
people.
emotions when we are extremely emotional people.
Internally, I'm internal on my emotions. I feel them all in here.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't. Nobody would
Because-
say, "Well, Matt's an emotional guy." They'd be like, "He's always right here," but
Yeah.
it's all in here. That's why my blood pressure's 200 over 130.
Remember that?
You didn't beat me on that one. Because
We
all of it's
used
in
to take
here.
our blood pressure together at work, and he always beat me.
But all those are inside, so we're both very
Right.
emotional. His
Emotional.
are on the outward side. You know exactly how Josh is feeling today, but me not
Exactly.
necessarily.
And that's the thing with ADHD, because it's either we're at the point. Okay, I just want to point this out for ADHD people. The number one annoying thing that you can hear someone say is, especially if you have, and you're like at that point where you're just like, I just want to just be done. I'm just kind of like,
Your
on
battery's
the
getting
recharge. It's getting empty, and I'm going to need to be
Okay.
on a recharge. And you either come into work, social group, or anything like that, and you're just kind of like you don't talk. You're not that talkative because your tank's getting empty, and you get this. Well, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And you just want to
Stab him in the throat.
You just want to
Kick him in the head.
blow up.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with me.
But what you do is you isolate. That's the last one I do. Right? If my battery is empty, the way I cope
Correct.
with that is I go away.
Yeah.
Like,
I went away a
if
lot of
somebody
times.
came to you and
So
said, "What's Matt like
with-
at a party?" Matt disappears.
Okay.
But that's what we do. When I'm done at a party, I leave. I don't say goodbye. I disappear. I vanish. They're like, "Where'd Matt go?" I don't know. He left. He's not anywhere. And then everybody goes searching for you. That's just what I am done, and I'm leaving.
Not me. I want to let everybody know I'm leaving.
Oh, that's because you're hyperactive.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not. I leave.
I want everybody to know I'm leaving.
Gone.
I want everybody to know that they had a great time with me,
Nope.
and they wish that I wasn't leaving.
I'm done, bro.
And
I'm gone.
then I'm like, you know what? I can stay a little. And then they are like, no, you need to leave.
Yeah, and nothing's wrong. I'm just done. I'm done
Right.
being
No,
in
I-
that
yeah,
situation,
yeah,
so I
totally.
leave. That's how we cope with these things in different
Mhm.
ways.
Mm-hmm.
But we are good at some things.
Some CEOs of companies, big companies, actually look for people with ADHD and ADD to be in their company.
Based off what they need out of that person. So hyperactive, maybe they're struggling for ideas, and people that have been in charge before are scared to take that first step where you're just like, I see a rabbit, I'm going to step there, and you go try things, and
Right.
maybe that's what they're looking for. With my side of things, if they were looking for it, it would be, have you thought through, maybe they're doing that currently and just wasting money on this and this and
Correct.
this, and I will think through everything and go, all right, best opportunity is here because I'm interested in it, so I figure out all the variables, which one is going to work best for this formula, and focus it. So we do have specialized
We have a
abilities.
superpower.
We have superpowers.
It's a superpower.
I
guys.
wouldn't give it back.
Oh, I
Would
wouldn't
you like
change
to
it.
have ADD? I'll take it away. I'll be like,
No,
don't.
don't.
Even think
I
about
wouldn't even think about taking away HD
So-
from me.
it. I know we talked about being not productive, but if we're interested in something,
Oh my goodness, it is
we're
like
going to learn that.
balls to the wall.
We're going to figure out the quickest, most efficient, most all knowledgeable
Mm-hmm.
way to get it done, and we're going to know everything about it, and there's no reason we should know any of that
Correct.
stuff because it interests us, so we want to know everything,
Right.
and we're going to do it.
100%, 110%.
Think about that when we talk about strategies later.
Correct.
If you want us to be productive, we'll tell you some strategies to make us that way, because if you get us interested in something, it's going to get done.
Right.
Like right now. We're going to get it done. It's going to happen. Our commitment. When, like, I've thought through every scenario when I picked my wife, right? I
That's
had
why
all these things that I wanted in my
Sac-
our commitment, though. But like, I had a wife, and I wanted all these things in my wife.
Right.
So when I'm dating, I'm going, got this. Oh, don't have that. Bye. I just left those two. I think I still have like 9 girlfriends because I never broke.
You
up
never
with them.
broke up with them,
I did.
right?
I
You
just
just
kinda went away. I didn't come back.
because you didn't want to hurt their feelings.
I didn't want to hurt them.
At
I
all?
don't think I did. Maybe. I don't know. The world may never know. But when we do commit, though, like, that's it.
Right.
Like, we're committed. Good times, bad times, everything you say on the little stand when you're all dressed up on that special day. Like, we mean it. And it doesn't
Right.
matter how we're acting, feeling, isolating, productive, not productive, good times, bad times, money, no any of that.
Right.
We're committed to that.
Wholeheartedly
Thing.
for the rest of our lives.
And that's the way that we
Right.
operate. If you're
It
looking
is.
for someone who's got that level of commitment, whether at a job,
Ladies, if you're looking for someone who is committed and wholehearted, go find yourself an
Not us, 'cause
ADHD.
we're
We're already
committed,
taken.
yeah.
Us we assigned.
Yep.
So
But,
we are off the plate.
and what goes along with that is we're honest too. That I think that gravitated me towards you at work. Like, you would just tell me whatever, and that's what I value. I just want to know the answer, good, bad, indifferent. Like,
Yeah.
let's just figure it out. But a flip side to that is if you refuse to hear that, or if you condemn the honesty, or give us like, I don't like it that you told me that. Like, we won't tell you.
We won't
again.
tell you it.
Don't ask us next time, or we
Right.
might even be that obtuse. I'm not
I'm
going
not
to
gonna
tell
let
you
you
now.
know. I'm gonna hide it from you.
But we are honest. So just be open and know that ahead of time. We're going to give you the answer. If you don't want that type of answer, don't ask the question. But you always know what to expect. We're going to tell you what we think. So there's value in that, I think, especially in the workplace.
Right. I go through a scenario of like, if I tell them this, they're going to be pissed off. If I tell them this, they're not going to be so mad. So I usually choose the part where I don't want people pissed off.
Okay. I don't care.
I know you don't.
I don't care. So
but
maybe that's
I'm getting better at.
So maybe with ADD, it's that way.
Yeah.
With hyperactive, they're probably getting.
Because you want everybody to love you, right?
So what if somebody asked you a question, you gave a polite answer, and then they
depends on the question.
They came back. Are you sure? Is that your real answer? Are you gonna tell them the honest truth then, or are you still just gonna?
It depends.
I don't know what to tell them about you then. But for an ADD guy, you're gonna get honesty from me.
It depends on what the question is. What is the topic?
What are the consequences?
Because there's a lot of consequences. What's the consequences of telling the truth? Or the consequences of like,
That's the exciting part. We'll find out. I'm going to tell you the answer. If you don't like it, that's your problem.
Yeah, well, that's where I'm different. Because I want,
so maybe that one's more towards me then.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, so ADD is honest. He's a liar.
Listen, I'm going to give you the honest answer right now. I had a problem with it in the past. I am like 100 times better.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So, I think for both of us, since we know what struggles we have, we know we're different than everybody else, we know we struggle with things other people don't struggle with, we're very inclusive. If someone is different in some way, we're going to try to include them and make them feel part of the team because we know what it's like to be different than other people, and we're okay with that. If you're looking for inclusivity, we're the guys that are going to do that in a party and a whatever. We're going to make the odd guy out feel like it's okay for them to be there. That is one thing we're good at.
I don't like people that get treated differently because they're different. Because I've been treated different.
So we include people.
That's an A++
And for me, I'm receptive to new ideas to the point where I'm going to listen. If someone tells me about it, I'm going to weigh it.
I'm not going to try it and it's going to fail. I'm just going to be like, no.
We'll try and see what. The most important part of this, in my opinion, is strategies for these other people that we're trying to make this podcast
Correct.
For. So if you have a child or a significant other or somebody that you work around that has got one of these things.
Correct.
How do they get our best? Correct. Or how do they redirect us for me to get up and do something, or for you to do this task?
If it's a spouse or a child or someone you work or a coworker, you guys are trying to work with.
Reframing. Let's talk about that first. Okay.
I love how you just jumped in. Yeah. I kind of was.
So you talked about if your wife asked you to do something, maybe you're leaving a party and you're interrupted like I just did, right? Instead of coming to you and going, Josh, don't get mad at me for this, because then you're bracing yourself on the defense.
Correct.
She reframed that question where you're going to listen then.
Dude, you're putting me in a bind. This is tough because my wife watches this.
I know. Now or never. Here's your chance to tell her. How does she reframe that for you in a positive way where you're
listening right now?
Cool. This is beneficial stuff. I'm trying to help you out, bro. For me, right? We talked about commitment, right?
Right.
So I'm committed to my wife. I want to make her happy.
Correct.
If she comes to me and says, I've really been struggling with this, or this has really been bothering me, it's making me not peaceful. Can you help me by this? And as soon as I hear help, I'm like, I want to help because I love her.
Right.
So if you reframe it in a helpful way where it's beneficial to somebody I care about, I will listen 100%.
So it's more of like, hey, I need to show you. We'll probably edit that out.
I like it a lot. Anyway, finish your thought here.
Sorry. You're right. So with Catherine, she tells me with... Let me think. Hold on.
You're scared right now.
I know.
You're scared. You're nervous. Your
I'm not nervous.
Sweaty.
Palms sweaty. Mom's spaghetti.
Don't vomit. Just tell me the answer to the question I asked. It's very simple, I think.
She does it in a private setting. where at home instead of there.
So she personalizes it.
Correct.
And makes it like an intimate setting.
Right.
You don't feel like it's something being brought to your attention.
Correct.
So you can correct it.
Correct. So I can correct it. It's not being verbalized at the party with other people around to watch.
Very valid. I think it's like that for a lot of people.
It's more of like, hey, when we get home, hey, you did this and this and this, you know. And it's hard for me because it's kind of like, well, you're judging me for being who I am. You know, that's who I am. You better just get over it. You know.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
But it's like, okay, this is how my wife feels when I'm with her.
So framing it in a feeling. Josh, when you act like this, it makes me feel like this. So knowing how it affects other people, that's another way to reframe it.
Correct.
Absolutely. Another thing that helps me is a task list. And my wife feels like Army drill sergeant. I don't want to make you a list and you feel like you got to check it off and do whatever. But it does help me. I might not get it all done, but I'm going to look at them and go, I want to do this. That gives me options.
Correct. My wife does the same thing.
Right? And so I can pick which ones I want to do. And then they get done quicker and it gets her stuff done and it's organized and it's all in one place. And
my wife does it a little bit different. She's more like, what are you going to do today? And I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I
so many fun things
I know. It's like so much I can do.
What do you want me to do?
Well, I don't say that, you know. And it's more like, she spins it like, well, how if we do this, this, and this today?
We. There's a we in there.
Correct.
So team. Okay.
So, you know, well, I mean, I'll know secretly.
It's
just me.
But if it comes out as we, you feel like you're part of a team. Yeah, why not?
And the way that she spins it, it's like, why don't we get this and this? And then that gets me like, oh, yeah, I can do that.
Idea.
And then with her, with the task list, because she does do tasks for me, it's like, all right, let's start on. Did you get this done? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got that done. Or if she sees me filing around in the yard, like in circles, like if I'm going around, she usually comes out and is like, "Hey, did you
bring it back?"
You know,
yeah.
Oh,
why are you up in the tree right now?
Exactly.
There's a squirrel.
Why is your chainsaw in your hand? We're supposed to be raking the leaves.
Is that how you do a deck? No, it's not. Get down. Yeah. So helping to refocus. That's valid. But I think what you're saying is showing genuine support for us when we do things. It's not that you're an authoritative figure assigning a task. It's that you're part of our team, but you don't have the ability to do that and you need our support. So make us feel like we're something special.
Correct. And the thing is I know
we want to help, right? We love them. We're committed. We want to do those things. But if you frame it like, say it a different way, it sounds different to us.
Phrase it a different way, and the biggest thing for me anyway
is the reward afterwards.
Like the biggest thing you can possibly do is when you finish something, your wife or significant other or a parent or something with a kid with ADHD or whatever, you go, oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah. Then we know
this
there's
looks
a reward
great. This is beautiful. Even though maybe it's not as what my wife has told me, a lot of things look beautiful, and I know
maybe they're not quite so beautiful.
It's not, because
she's glad it's done, so it's beautiful to her. Kind of like you on the wedding up there, like, you know. Not really beautiful,
let's say this. I've done a lot of the projects for my wife, and she's like, well, it's a little crooked, but it looks awesome, you know. And
that's all you hear is that it looks awesome.
Well, I hear the crooked part because I like to make, and I've gotten better at making things straight and
levels are important.
So reward, if you
verbal
reward,
a happy reward. I'm telling you what, you have never had a more productive husband on a Sunday afternoon after doing stuff on Saturday than after a happy reward.
Happy reward.
I'll be like, what can I do for you today? I might even do the dishes. I mean, whatever you need. I'm on it. Like, yeah, very valid.
I was going to put a keynote in there for you guys out there listening. If you are married, do the dishes anyway. Don't expect the wife to do the dishes all the time. Okay, so reward is a great way to give us, like, and then with the reward, we want to do something else. Like, sweet, awesome.
You will notice a difference. 100%.
Night and day.
Giving us a choice. If you have two big things you want to get done, give them both to us and let us pick, because that makes us feel like we can do what we want. Even if it's two things, that makes me feel like I chose to do that. I have a better chance.
And then maybe you're like, you know what, I can knock these both out. But we usually can't.
You know, time frames are good too, just like you would with a young child. I need you to get your homework done in the next hour. Give us a timeline. Like if you have a chore or a task, anything that you would like completed. Hey, can we get this done by this weekend? Give us motivation. That gives us that deadline. Maybe we procrastinate, but we know it needs to be done.
Well, we're going to procrastinate until the last hour. It's going to be done.
Those are some of the strategies I think that have been effective when my wife uses them.
Me too.
If it's a barking order or a demand, it's probably not going to happen.
Especially a barking order or command, it's not going to get done.
Yeah, and once you integrate them, it'll feel like secondhand nature, because when you ask that way, we just do it. It may feel uncomfortable, or why do I have to reward him? Like, I do stuff and he doesn't reward me verbally for it, which we need to get better at.
We do, yes.
I'm learning.
Me too.
But it does work, and we're talking about how you get things done and how to make us effective. That's some tips and tricks that are going to probably work for you. If one doesn't work, try a different one, and one of them will, I guarantee it, because that's just how we're programmed. So learn to speak our language, and
once you learn how to speak
talking Japanese to me, I'm probably not going to know what the heck you're saying or care. But.
Right. Once you learn our language, and once you learn what we are thinking and what is going on in our brain, you will be able to
make us more productive.
Make us more,
Everybody will be more fulfilled. We'll be happier to do it.
Correct.
Your relationship, whatever that may be, will go smoother, and you won't be as frustrated. Like, why doesn't he just do it? I've asked him 100 times.
I asked him 110 times. It's still not done. I'm gonna let you know. The more you ask for something to get done, the farther it gets pushed back.
Yep.
For me, anyway.
If you're trying different scenarios, those are different asks.
Correct.
If you give us a timeline, but you didn't last time, that's a different. If you ask the same way over and over and over, that's when we're like, yeah, good luck with that one.
We're basically saying, I know we gotta get it done, but you won't be quiet about it, or
Yeah, the spite will sneak in there sometimes. But don't get there. Like, use these things, and you're golden. I think you'll notice a difference. So I think if people actually engage with this and use some of the strategies, it could help a lot of people.
I think so too. It was a fun podcast. I love it.
I feel like it was beneficial. I'm looking forward to having some guests on.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like it's good that we're talking about things we're experts at, or that we know a lot about. It would be good to dive into some other perspectives or experiences. Normal people have extraordinary stories, things they've learned from or have rewarded them in some way. I think it'll be good to get some on here. If we can help other people avoid some of the pitfalls and difficulties that we've had, I think that makes us all work.
Yeah, this is awesome. I love it.
We hope it's helped. Give us some comments, some ways that maybe this strategy that we gave you at the end has helped you, or how you notice a difference. I'm curious to see how it has helped people that listen to this, because that is rewarding to me, and I think it will be for you too.
Right.
So we know we're making a positive difference.
Comment, guys. Comment to see.
So we get
some people that you maybe have in your life that maybe have ADHD or ADHD or any of this stuff that you're like, well, what can I do for here? We can talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, if it's something we skipped over, or specific difficult thing going on and something you're really struggling with this person, pose it and we'll talk about it and get back with you.
Share, comment, subscribe to our channel, youtube.com. We have 9 subscribers, so high five on that.
We're digits, baby.
Subscribe to our channel. Let us know what we can improve. We're trying to improve and trying to make this what we need. We might have merch. We're going to have merch coming up, but we got to get those subscribers. So I appreciate all this. Love you.
All right. We'll do it again next week.
Bye.
Bye. All right. I think it works.